The spillage is an environmental nightmare.
Of course, the accident, the oil company said, could never happen.
As environmentalists try to assess the ecological damage caused by the spillage...
Really our worst fears. You can see the entire bay is covered in oil.
Police also evacuated several thousand people from the port of La Coruña.
The skipper of the tanker says he has no idea how the fire started.
The bird life in this area may never recover.
Are you really more concerned about money or the environment?
Dealing with the intense media interest generated by a major oil spill is just one of the many immediate challenges facing any oil spill response management team. Facilities have to be provided, briefings arranged, and accurate information supplied, often at a time when the situation is changing rapidly and hard facts are scarce. This is why the means of involving the media has to be built not only into the contingency plan, but also into the training exercises to test the plan.
Exercise Daybreak has been implemented. We have a VL...
Training is, in fact, an essential part of the contingency planning process. It's probably, after the response plan is formed, it is the most essential part of the contingency planning process. And countries can get help in many ways. Most effectively, countries can get help from their industry. They can get help from their neighbors. IMO is formulating a series of model training courses that would give guidance and help them establish the framework necessary to run an effective training program.
An effective training program must take into account all the steps of the contingency planning process, including realistic scenarios for Tier 1, 2 and 3 incidents, the selected response options, the organizational structure, and the total involvement of all concerned, from operational staff to senior management, from local authorities to national government.
It's very important that training is built into the contingency plan as a way of making sure that everybody who's involved in the response knows exactly what they're doing. There are obviously various levels of training from the management people who need to know exactly how you organize the response, to much more practical training for those that are actually involved in using the equipment. The only way you can really check that your training is effective, other than in an actual spill, is to run regular exercises or drills, whereby all the members of the response organization come together with a hypothetical incident and they actually put their plan to the test.
In Venezuela, we established the contingency planning process roughly about 10 years ago. At that time, we began the training of upper management, the training of technical people, and the training of operation personnel. We go through paper exercise, tabletop exercises every several months in each one of the facilities. We also have a year, one national drill where we bring equipment from all over the country to one site, and we also bring equipment from other countries to the place of the supposed spill. It is important at this stage to make sure that the cooperation between the government facilities and the government people and the industry facilities and industry people meet and match each other, so there's no gaps in the case of a spill.
I think it's important that key people in the oil spill response team and the contingency planning process do have training in sensitivity maps, the use of them, how they're made, and they should also be familiar with the different types of habitat that occur along shorelines, so they're aware of the varieties of flora and fauna that may be at risk following a spill. I think it's very useful if local environment concern groups be incorporated into the contingency planning process from the start,